back to RockLine and Bob Coburn. We're with him, and now your calls, toll-free at 1-800-344-ROCK. We will go Middle America right off the bat here and speak to Brandon in Wichita, Kansas. Welcome to RockLine, Brandon.
Hi there. It's great to speak with you all. I'm a huge fan.
Hey, how are you?
Hi there. I'm doing great. Okay, I had a question for you. I wanted to know what kind of musical styles really influenced this new CD?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, there's always like a big variety of things happening. Like many things you listen. And some of them are not so obvious.
Yeah, well, basically I spend most of my time listening to Jamaican dancehall reggae, but you can't really...
You can't really hear it, but somehow it's influencing it, I'm pretty sure.
Rhythmically, you know, bass-wise or whatever, you know.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But on this album, I guess they was more of a nod over to the idols back in the day in the 80s. Like all the Van Halen stuff and, you know, Aha, all the poppy 80s stuff. And then again, the late 80s, like Guns N' Roses and Depeche Mode and all that stuff coming together. You know, we grew up listening to that sort of music, so I guess that was, you know, and since Matt Squire, the producer, you know, he's the same age as us, he grew up listening to similar sort of music, so we had a trip down memory lane while working on this one. And so it is pretty retro occasionally.
You're right. You don't hear it directly, but you know, you mentioned those bands, and I can sense certain elements of some of those bands in the new album Screamworks. But nothing leaps out and says this sounds exactly like a Guns N' Roses song. That does not happen. Brandon, good call. Thanks for starting us off tonight. We'll go to Tampa, Florida. Leah is waiting for her chance to speak with you. Hi, Leah.
Hi.
Hello.
Just had one question for you guys. I was just wondering what your personal favorite song is off the new album.
Mige, what's your fave?
Tough call. But, you know, recently I've been growing very fond of Catherine Wheel. It has somehow, somehow entered my consciousness in a new level. I didn't understand, you know, a couple of things that happened in the studio. Back then, I'm a bit slow, you know. You could almost say I'm a on border case retarded, so you know it takes time for me to absorb some ideas and choices that you know we make in the studio, and then I discovered them like say 3 weeks ago, and it really you know felt really good. That song feels really good for me. I don't know exactly why, but what about you, chap?
Oh, you must make a really good husband. Yeah, Catherine Wheel, probably. Yeah, that's because that's one of the songs that was one of the first ones we started working on for the album, and it's one of those really simple, like you know, playing around, you know, campfire type of ditties. You just sit down and play it on acoustic guitar, but then again, it's so hard to get the dynamics right and the flow of the song right, and to make it work so people want to, you know, shake their bums in clubs too and all that stuff. And I think that we succeeded in that really, really well. Having the melancholy vibe of what we've done in the past, and then still having I call it uplifting melancholy. You know, it's kind of wistful and a bit sad, but still, you know, hopefully makes you smile and dance and all that.
Wistful, that's a nice word choice there. I want to play the first track on the album. For me, this kind of set the stage for everything else to come. It's called In Venere Veritas, and there's information floating around on the internet, and of course don't believe everything you see on the internet, but it's being translated to In Sex There Is Love. Is that anywhere near close?
No, not really.
Yeah, but I like that version as well, you know. In sex there's love.
Well, veritas is truth. You know, the classic saying is in vino veritas. In wine there is the truth, and you know, I started thinking about in Venus, but then I was talking to some who was it? I can't remember. Some doctor of Latin phraseology, and we started figuring out what's the best word to use there. And to say in love there is the truth, but not meaning spiritual love, but not necessarily meaning just carnal side of love either, but like the love that people share as opposed to, you know, somebody might share with God also. And so venere came up, and the funny thing about that for me is that venereal disease comes from that word. So the diseases of love come from that same word, as in that comes from the word Venus. In Greek mythology, it would be Aphrodite.
So, goddess of love.
Indeed, indeed. So, but in love there is the truth. That's what it means to me. And love, in essence, you know, it does have both the more spiritual aspects and the more carnal, animalistic aspect to it as well. So, I think it's a fitty combo.
Let's fall apart together now. Him from the brand new album Screamworks, and Bob Coburn, and we're with Ville and Mige. And your calls at 1-800-344-ROCK. We head next to Lincoln, Nebraska, to speak with Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Hey,
hello.
Awesome album, guys. Love you guys.
Thanks.
I was really wondering what, like, your album cover, what influenced it, and how it came about.
Speak to that, please.
The weird album cover. I had this sculpture of a nun, of a saint back home that has been sitting beside my bed for the past couple of years, and I just took a couple of pictures when we flew over to LA to start working on the album. And since I had free time in my hands, or spare time, I started photoshopping a couple of pictures. I love optical illusions, which ended up me adding a couple of eyes and lips onto the holy lady. And then I'm a big fan of Andy Warhol stuff, and then a big fan of early 80s new wavy punk rock, the UK kind of Susie and the Banshees visuals. So it's kind of a combination of all those things.
Yeah. Don't forget the Merciful Fate song, Nuns Have No Fun. That's my interpretation, you know.
Of the cover.
I am entitled for my own opinion.
Yes, you certainly are.
Yeah, but it doesn't have anything to do with the cover.
That is a driving force in the cover for me.
Those of
Nuns
us
have no fun unless they have extra pair of eyes, and then they start smiling.
legitimately 4 eyes, you could call them.
Exactly. The holy 4 eyes.
Yeah, true 4 eyes.
Those of us who work on the show were talking about the cover before the show, and someone mentioned Andy Warhol, so they're going to get a gold star for that. It does have that vibe to it. Sometimes in Japan, any human deformity is considered not cool. Did you have to change the cover for Japan, or did they accept this?
No, they should accept this, you know.
I think anyone should.
That's not really healthy thinking, you know.
Yeah.
But if it comes down to that, I don't know, you know.
And then at the end of the day, the art of illusion, optical illusions, is very much Japanese oriented. The biggest artists in that genre are from there. Shigeru, is it Fukuda or Fukuda? All those people, they're the ones who do shadow art and stuff like that. So it's highly inspired actually by Japanese artists. So I don't know. We can add more eyes if they want. We can't take them off.
But no more than 16.
That's right. There has to be a boundary to everything. 16 is the limit. Chris, thank you for your call. We'll speak with Kayla, who is located in Tampa as well as a previous caller. Hi, Kayla.
Hi. I'm calling to see what's going on after the North American tour.
Do you know where you're going after that?
Apple tree pruning. But that's only for 3 days.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we're going to be what? We're going to be done.
We're going to be done in like
Mid-May.
early May or something, and then I think we have a few festivals to do, like.
Yeah, I think it's all depending on how the album's going to be received. We're trying to play as many European festivals as possible, do a European tour later on in the year, somewhere in the autumn time, and I'm in my head I'm calling this tour from Valentine's till Halloween. So hopefully we'll get the main bulk of the tour for Screamworks done by Halloween. That's the idea.
That's good news. But you don't know which European festivals yet, whether it's the Donington Download or Roskilde or any of those.
We're actually working on it now.
They're not exactly confirmed, so
as we speak. We need to take a time out. We'll come back with more of your calls in just a moment. The line that Kayla was on just cleared. The number is 1-800-344-ROCK. RockLine is brought to you by Fox. Fox is putting the 2 into Tuesday with an all-new thrilling 2-hour American Idol as the top 12 girls hit the stage this time around. It's a 2-hour American Idol at 8/7 Central, coming your way Fox Tuesday. This song that takes us to timeout number 2 is titled Like St. Valentine.